Today we are going to do VODs that we're going to do a review so it's not stuttering. I made sure that nothing is running in the background that shouldn't be. This user, Jason King, he just wanted me to look at a quick 5-minute clip. So since it's so short, we're going to start with this. And then I've got another 15-minute VOD waiting in the wings that we are going to go over for YouTube user W. So let's get started with this one. If this is the first VOD you're watching, I'm a 4.2k peak Zarya main from season 3. I haven't done my placements yet for this season because I am going on a big trip in next month, so I don't want to decay. I'll be gone for 10 days, so I don't want to like decay 200 like a ridiculous amount of SR. So I'm just kind of waiting for that trip to be over. Um, so again, this is for YouTube user Jason King. Let's get started. So definitely need some awareness of this hog right here. I mean, he just walks around this corner and he's clearly looking right at you, and you've got shield. So this is kind of an easy bubble to stop him from hooking you. Really hope you don't die. Looks like the hog missed because he only did like about 100 damage to you. Where was your bubble here? Let's see. So, well, I like the idea. You know, your Mercy's stalling the cart and she's in danger. She's not. There's no damage coming her way right now, especially in. Well, let's go right before you apply the bubble, so we can talk about it from the same eyes that you saw. So right here, Genji is reflecting, so he's not shooting at Mercy. You can kind of see the hog right here. So if you're in game with the better quality, it's probably a lot more clear that the hog is right there. And like if it were me, I would be, and maybe this is what you were doing. So maybe I take back what I said earlier. Maybe you're waiting for him to. Oh, actually, I know you're not. So I was gonna say, you know, I would wait for him to try and hook Mercy, and if he succeeds, then use this bubble. Um, because this bubble that you do, I mean, it doesn't really accomplish anything. It doesn't even dissuade them from attacking Mercy because she's still all by herself inside Genji, Roadhog, and I think there's a Lucio hanging out. I mean, you're distracting the Roadhog, which is good, and the Mercy does get out. So I think that was more due to the enemy misplaying more than anything. So that is a good bubble. This is a good bubble right here because, you know, you're looking. His health bar gets completely chunked, and usually you want to shield people before they take the damage, but since he's on the high ground, you can't really see what's happening inside this room here. So this is a good reaction from you. Roadhog just died, so you know that threat's gone. The main, threat to where you want to use your bubbles is gone, and your ally gets chunked. It's a good bubble here. Enables him to get out. You know, nothing bad about that. Main thing is now you want to play up with your Reinhardt. Your Reinhardt's going way too deep. This isn't your fault. Your Reinhardt is just doing, I don't know what. It looks like he dropped his shield and got hooked right here. Kind of hard to tell. Then he charges in. Yeah, I mean, he just went way too far. I like that you're feeding ult off of the enemy D.Va. D.Va's a really good character for Zarya to just get a bunch of ult off of. I think you reloaded a bit too much here. So let's check your reloads. So this first one's fine, 27. Next one at 0, perfect. That's this 75 ammo one, probably didn't need. And this 92 ammo one. So when you're inside this Transcendence, you don't really have to worry about dying. So you could have fed a bunch of ult charge off this Roadhog. You could have shot this Lucio right here. So what happens is
What are you doing?
you spend, how many seconds do you spend not shooting? Okay, so The in-game or the YouTube video is at 42 seconds. So you spend about 3 seconds not shooting, and while that seems like it's such a short time, that's a lot of time you could have been dealing damage, could have been getting people weak, you could have been building your ult charge. You know, how many times have you been like in an overtime fight and you're like 2% away from ult and you die? It happens to a lot of people and it's like, ah, I was so close. And it's because of things like this that happens. You had 3 seconds where you could have been shooting enemies. I mean, like this Lucio is a prime target right here. You should definitely be shooting him. You've got 92 ammo. I'm not really sure what you're waiting on. You reload with 92 ammo when his back is to you.
What are you doing way down there?
And like you're kind of just like letting this Roadhog walk around. Like, alright, so let's go back. So the Roadhog obviously pulls you right here. You kind of shoot him. Okay. You see the Roadhog right here. And you're just kind of ignoring him. Like between Genji and Roadhog, I mean Genji is way harder for Zarya to kill than Roadhog. And in the current situation, you know, here's Genji threatening your McCree, he's way overextended, and here's Roadhog behind you. Who's the bigger threat to your team, right? Roadhog is the much bigger threat. So I really want to see you like, and now the Roadhog's just like kind of disappeared. I don't know where he is, you don't know where he is. Zenyatta just kind of kills him off on the side. But I really want you to, at least from this first minute, you know, you got to work on your target selection a little bit. You got to work on when you're reloading a little bit. And I haven't seen too many bubbles yet, so I can't comment on that just yet. Alright, let's go back a little bit. Let's look at these bubbles here. So that bubble, why? Like, let's ask ourselves, why are we doing this bubble? Right? So let's look at what's leading up to it. We are already at 65 energy. Bubbles give 40 energy, right? So with this personal shield, you can go from 60 to 100. That's another reason why you don't want to use your projected barrier to gain energies, because you can do the same thing with your personal shield. This barrier, I mean, it has a shorter cooldown, but it's much more impactful than this barrier. Because, and so, honestly, why you do this barrier, I personally can't fathom why you put a barrier on Reinhardt right here. Because now you don't have it for the next 6 seconds. I mean, we don't know what's going to happen. We know they don't have charge, so that's lucky. Roadhog is still around somewhere, maybe. He might have switched to the Reinhardt here. Also, you're reloading a bunch again. Okay, 25, that's fine. This 75 one I don't mind, because I too do like right click and reload if it's just like in between poke battles. Good personal barrier there to eat a bunch of damage, get energy. Melting his shield. Okay, 0 ammo reload, that's really good. Melting the D.Va, that's really good. Oh, here, recommendation for everyone watching this. When you obliterate a D.Va mech like this, it goes into this animation, right? This is like, you know, the mech is destroyed animation. You can right-click the mech, like near the top, if you know the animation well enough. And the moment Pilot D.Va gets ejected out, you can deal a bunch of damage with a right-click. So you're at 87 charge. The max damage from right-click is 95. So let's just be generous and say you're going to do 80 damage. D.Va has 150 health. Our baby D.Va has 150 health. If you get into the habit of right-clicking this destroyed mech, you're putting D.Va instantly at half health. You're doing 80 damage, she's going to be at 70 HP. Another right-click would kill her. So whenever you're Zarya and you're fighting a D.Va, get into the habit of, hopefully you have ammo left. You can, even with 1 ammo, you can do this, because it only takes 1 ammo. It only takes a minimum 1 ammo to right-click. You can, because you have 60 ammo, so you can definitely do it. You can right-click this mech and just make it that much harder for her to live. So now you have to spend, like, let's look at when she gets to half health. Right here, she would have been dead, and you could have moved back over here. And again, well, it seems small. It seems like such a tiny thing. Every little moment could make it has the potential to make a difference in Overwatch. Like if you're fighting her, and all of a sudden your Ryan gets charged, and you're too busy fighting her, you know, that would feel bad. So get into the habit of right-clicking Diva mechs as they're destroyed. Again, I'm not sure why you're bubbling Zenyatta here. She's shooting at you. You can't see any enemies over here, so you don't know what they're shooting at. So there's no reason to really do this bubble, especially because your Reinhardt's trying to hold the front line here. He's gonna need this bubble probably more than your Zenyatta. He might get charged. Diva's right here, obviously, but they might have a Dragon Blade soon. Is kind of what I'm feeling. So if Genji like comes over the top and Dragon Blades, now you don't have this bubble to save Zen. I mean, this bubble is just really unnecessary. So yeah, one of the things to improve on is getting a better feeling of what circumstances to use your bubble. So right here, you had the right idea. Your Reinhardt got frozen. Oh, enemy Reinhardt got frozen. Your Reinhardt's purple. And you want to bubble him, which is the right idea, but Mei kind of gets in the way. So kudos for the attempt. Your Reinhardt needs to put his shield up. That's a decent grab I just saw. But you probably don't need it. So you already killed Genji. You already killed Lucio. You know Diva's dead, so there's only 3 people here. So you don't really need to grab. Oh, I hope your Zenyatta follows you. Oh, okay, your Mercy's got you. You shouldn't lead that Reinhardt though. Oh, whoa, what? Okay, let's go back. So first thing, good kill on the Genji there. Right here, I said there's like a decent grab opportunity, but you're only going to catch these 2, and it's such a big cooldown. You guys should be able to win this fight without it, which you do, so that's good. All right, so right here, let's look back. Oh, whoops. I'm posing the same question again. Why this barrier? Your personal barrier makes complete sense because you're getting completely focused by their Reinhardt. But why your projected barrier? And so, well, usually I would go into that this barrier is not needed. This falls under the category of we've already won the fight barrier. And once you've already won a fight, you can be more lenient with your barrier because by the time you get your cooldown back, you won't have been punished for it. So, still, I mean, barriers that you used in a one fight, usually you still want to get some value out of it, particularly some energy. And this doesn't accomplish that, so it's still not a great barrier, but you won't be punished for using this barrier in this moment. Now, my main problem here is this Reinhardt's so weak. He's got no heals, you're getting healed to full, and you kind of just leave him alone. And I'm not sure why. You don't want to let him get away. Your whole team just leaves him alone. Are you guys calling to stagger him or something? I mean... Okay, Zenyatta went and killed him, so that's good. Again, I mean, so you're still in a situation where you've quote-unquote won the fight because their Reinhardt just died, so they're not going to engage on you anytime soon. So you can do this barrier for energy gain. So I'm actually pretty okay with that barrier because I'm hoping you're aware of the situation. You're going to have about another 10 seconds before the Reinhardt comes back, so you can use this barrier without being punished, and you're going to get a decent amount of energy. I think you got like 15 from it. So, no harm, no foul kind of barrier. Good use of a personal barrier to put yourself into the mid-range of energy. And so now this is the part where you need to... So now that a fight is about to break out, because both teams are back 6v6, now is when you need to save your projected shield specifically to save someone. I'm pretty sure Genji's get a Dragon Blade. I think Soldier might have Tac Visor. Reinhardt probably has Earth Shatter. So this barrier here, you're only potentially getting 20 energy from it. But even then, The Fire Strike misses. Now you don't have a barrier cooldown, and this Rein can charge your Rein. So I really don't like this barrier. 20 energy for a defensive barrier like that when a fight's about to break out is, in my opinion, not good because it's a huge opening for the enemy team. So like right now, you have a barrier, thankfully. So I'm hoping you shield your Rein who's getting pinned, I believe, or you shield like Mercy because Zen just uses ult. You shield Mercy so she can get away hide and she has res. You missed the barrier on whoever that was. It was Mei, unfortunately.
Get him.
Really good res, really good grab, really good combo. This is really good.
Great ult combo, guys.
Alright, so your Mercy completely carried you guys this fight. So let's watch this fight again and see, where the mistakes were made. So this barrier I don't like. You got a lot of energy from your personal shield, so that's good. Did I just hear Tranquility come out? No, I did not. Your Reinhardt blocks Earth Shatter, which is huge. They use their Earth Shatter. They use their Dragon Blade, so they're already committing a lot to this. You guys use your attack visor, they use sound barrier. Your Mercy gets a just godlike res. And I'm hoping you coordinated that you and Mei were looking to combo. I'm gonna assume you did because it's my favorite. It's one of my favorite combos in the game. Is Blizzard into Graviton. Really good grab. The enemy team is all clumped up because of this fight. So honestly, they're making it really easy for you to get a really good grab. I mean, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 members. So this is a beautiful grab, a beautiful combo coming out from the Mei.
Get him.
So that was really well played by you guys. The one thing that, as in a team perspective, that I think you guys could have improved on if you knew you had res, is let them ult you first. Just play really defensively and understand that in order for them to break your defense, they're gonna have to use ults. So you could have just had a dry defense where you kind of died together. Mercy can then res, and you guys then have an immense ult advantage. Like, you guys would still have Earth Shatter, you guys would still have Attack Visor, and you could have just used Graviton and, you could have only used Graviton and Blizzard. So that was really well played by the defense. Alright, let's look at this barrier here. So that barrier is... So you just saw their Rein finish charging right here. I actually don't know the cooldown of Rein's charge. But the main thing is you know that he can't charge your own Rein for a little bit of time. So you won't be punished for this barrier. Good kill on the Lucio. What is he doing? He's way overextended, so that's a really good kill on by you to capitalize on his overextending. You guys have a numbers advantage. It looks like they still want to take this fight. So you're reloading here with 51 ammo. Probably don't need to do that. You can keep shooting the shield. And then again, this barrier, it's the only thing it's accomplishing is giving yourself energy. So you guys have a numbers advantage, but if they charge your Rein and they focus him down, because you guys don't have any burst healing, you have Zen and Mercy. If they focus him down with a charge, Winston follows in, Genji dashes in, this Rein's gonna die because you don't have shield. The charge is the biggest threat here with 300 damage. So I really want to see you save your barrier more, especially in these kind of poke situations when a fight is bound to break out. Good shots here to really dishing the damage out. Good kill on the Genji too, really nice. Getting a lot of really good right clicks in here because, so first of all, I I want to commend you for the distances you're maintaining from the enemy team. So you reload, you move up to left click range with your personal shield. Oops. With your personal shield, which is perfect. That's what you want to do when you have your personal shield. And decent energy, like you're really high energy here. You move into left click range, and you're punishing, anyone that's around. So Ryan, he turns his back to you for a split second, he loses 100 health. You're getting really good right clicks in. And now you're playing more reserved because you don't have your personal shield. Good ult from the Zenyatta. Good focus on this Winston. Look how much ult charge you got. So you're at 75 right now. Look at that right click, by the way. 60. 65. This right click in the air. Right here. 75. So good. I like that you held the shield until you saw who was in danger. And so while you shielded Soldier as a delay, it's good because now Soldier can't die to the attack visor. You burn down this Winston, which is so good. You're getting a ton of ult charge. That's the enemy Soldier's overextending. They've got 30 seconds left, so I think you guys can win this fight without Graviton. I'm not sure what's going to happen. If you do grab, you're going to have the Blizzard. Hopefully you only use... You don't need the combo here to win this fight, right? There, Ryan's dead. Zenyatta killed him first. So if you do grab, the comms, you need to come out and say, no more ults, just grab. Don't use any more ults. Because you'll clean up the rest of these guys. But even then, I don't think you need grab anyway. What was your reload there, by the way? 56? Okay, see, right here is where a reload mistake happens. You kill the Soldier, and then you reload, which is good. Right here, you've got two enemies right in front of you, and then you reload with 91 ammo, but you're such high charge. This is now 1.5 seconds when you could have been obliterating this hog with Discord and your 85 charge and 91 ammo, but you spend 1.5 seconds of it reloading. So this is a mistake. It's a habit a lot of people have. So just have to recognize when the opportune times to reload are, and this is one of the least opportune times to reload. So, okay, here's another thing I'm not a fan of. So you reload. Once this reloading animation ends, you need to be moving up and killing this hog. He's got Discord. You have the energy. You have the ammo now. You're about to have the barrier cooldown too. But you kind of walk backwards and get a shield on Mei, which again I also don't like because the Roadhog is standing right here and you have two squishy members right here. If he hooks either one of them, that's the obvious barrier target. So in this, 10 seconds, there's a lot of things that I'm not a fan of. So let's go back again. We'll look at it one more time. Okay, so at 4 minutes 6 seconds, you start reloading. You don't start shooting at hog again until 3 seconds later. And again, while that seems like a small thing, a lot can happen in those 3 seconds. Look, I think Roadhog just killed your Ryan? No, he didn't. Okay, your Ryan's been dead this whole time. So like, as you can see, this is a perfect example of what those 1.5 seconds you spent reloading can do. He got around the corner of the payload and lived because you reloaded with 91 ammo while you were standing right in front of him. And again, another reload at 69 ammo when there's 3 enemies in front of you. Not a fan. See, now you might be forced to grab here because this hog is still alive.
Get him, get him.
Okay. Alright, so one thing to note here is their hog didn't land any hooks with the life that you granted him, so that's lucky because for 2 reasons. One, you never had your barrier cooldown up in case he got a hook, And two, that could have changed the fight in their favor if he had killed someone, if he had killed your soldier, if he had killed your mercy. I mean, you see the hook come out here and hit absolutely nothing. So you're lucky. It's fortunate that he, misplayed. I can't say he's a bad hog. I don't know what this guy is normally like, but it's fortunate that in these crucial final 30 seconds, he misplays really hard and doesn't get a single hook when you guys don't have a Rhine shield. The other thing, you started to reload, and this is something I had to clean up myself, is you can grab mid-reload, but it cancels your reload. So right here, you're at 15 ammo, but you interrupt your reload animation to grab, and so you don't actually get the 100 ammo.
Get him, get him.
It's a good grab, though. I just want to point this out. It's a really good grab to turn in what was a winning situation into now a debatable situation. Like now it's more of an even fight. The Winston's back, Reinhardt's back. You guys are 4 strong versus Hog, Winston, Ryan, Anna. You guys have your Mei with you. I take that back. No, your Mei's right there. Yeah, so there's 4 of you versus about 4 of them. These 20 seconds left. So this is a really good grab. It catches, and it's not about catching a lot of members per se, but key members, and it catches a lot of key members. You know, you catch Ryan, you catch Anna. You do the right thing. You rotate behind the shield, and Ryan can't turn because of the stack visors right here. But you do the right thing. You rotate through the shield. You're right-clicking this giant cluster. The one thing you can do to increase your DPS, by the way, is to right-click punch, right-click punch, right-click punch. It seems small, but the extra 30 damage from each punch you get in can, change if someone lives or dies. But again, that was a really good grab. I still want, the main issue I had there was you had a couple reload issues, and I really wanted you to, be aggressive with the power that you had. The Roadhog was right in front of you. You had all this ammo, all this charge. He was discorded. And I wanted you to punish that. So you had good grabs in that 4-minute clip. The main thing you need to work on is when you use your projected barrier. I don't think I saw more than 2 projected barriers that I was a big fan of. If it was more than that, it was a really small number. So I think you really need to work on your projected barrier usage, especially versus a Roadhog, especially in Rhine versus Rhine matchups. The Rhine versus Rhine matchup comes down, in my opinion, if both Rhines are on the same page, whichever team A has a Zarya, or B, whichever team has the better Zarya, will win that matchup. But this was mostly good gameplay. I don't usually talk about aim, but you had pretty good aim, so kudos there. Just work on your barrier usage is the main thing, and work on how much you reload. So that's it for that review. I know that was only a short 4-minute clip, but I think we saw some good stuff in there. We can agree did well, and we can agree, maybe that needs some improvement. If you like that review, feel free to follow on Twitch, where I do these reviews live on Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern, or subscribe on YouTube so you can be updated whenever I post a new one to YouTube. Thanks for watching, guys.